Ladies and gentlemen, this is Quarantine Quest, broadcasting live from the kibbutz, upstate New York. Welcoming you to another Questlove Supreme live edition. Anyway, we got a good show. This is Phonte Coleman. What's up, bro?
What up? What up? What up?
And Unpaid Bill. Hello.
Yeah, I'm here.
And Saccharin Steve. Sugar Steve, what's up? Stevia Steve.
Stevia Steve.
And Laiya, hello.
Hello.
My hat is also here, Unpaid Bill. So,
where are the wild things, Amir? They are.
You've been waiting to get that. You was waiting to get that punchline off.
I thought about it.
That's you. Anyway, just want to say that our special guest today, the brilliant formerly known half of the dynamic Broad City duo, not to mention fresh off of her Amazon comedy special, The Planet is Burning, which is weird because it might not be.
It actually is.
We want to welcome Ilana Glazer to QLS Live Edition.
Hey, y'all. Thank you for having me. Nice meeting y'all.
Like, our arms are moving, but nobody's out here, no applauding.
Everyone's like, yeah.
I went to the, Steve, I went to the city for the first time yesterday to go to my apartment, and it was 7 o'clock. And so I participated in the noise making.
The clapping for the people, for the service workers and everything.
Yeah. It's like
yeah, the clap. The clap is sick. It's actually,
everyone
I like
looks
set
forward to
myself
that time
up
period.
with like chips for this. I hope that's.
Oh, we hear you.
That's totally
I believe
fine.
you do. I saw you be like, oh, you like Kramer backed off it when I was
Because I was like,
Not at all. We're snacking as well.
no, I was just wondering what the flavor was.
Hey,
dill pickle chips.
I have a question. Who of us is quarantining with more than 3 people?
Nah, not
That's
3.
What's a people?
Wait, Bill, how many people are you quarantining with?
Me? One.
Yes.
Yeah.
Besides
You're
myself,
alone?
I'm with my girlfriend.
Oh, you're not even living with freaking Freck?
No, freaking Freck are with their mother, Head Freck.
Oh.
I don't mean it like that. She's great. No.
You can't take that back. You
Alright.
can't take that back, bro.
Whoa. Okay. What did she do to you, dude?
I hope she's watching nothing. She's fantastic. I like that when you're doing this over munchies. They're like, pickle chip.
I know. I'm like, nobody else eat. I'm like,
Okay, cool.
also, I don't know why I assumed snacks were.
No, they are.
No, they are totally no. Speaking of
what I'm
snacks,
Bill's
speaking
not
of
here.
snacks,
I allow snacking.
Okay.
My Zanku chicken tartar right here. Let's go.
Yeah, speaking of snacks, the one y'all gotta get up on is these right here. These Trader Joe's chips right here. These corn chips.
Why are they
Crack cocaine. Nigga, let me tell you something.
What?
No,
Trader
That's how I
Joe's
feel
hour.
about these dill pickle chips.
I did
Chips
not
are,
know
like,
that
so
Trader
fucking
Joe's
good.
was like that, yo.
Trader
Yo,
Joe's
it's like
has
that for real.
Trader Joe's has a russet potato potato chip.
I've had it. It's amazing.
right before?
I don't buy
Did you
'em.
say
I
that
don't buy
the
'em.
flavor was?
It's russet potato kettle.
Kettle. It tastes like a kettle.
We got it.
Oh,
You know everything is
damn.
better if it's kettle.
Laiya
You
had
guys know. Oh, sorry, I'm like. I guess like it's like hard social graces or Zoom. You guys know everything but the bagel from Trader Joe's.
Oh, I haven't used it yet. I got the umami, not the umami. It's 2 new. It's like 3 new seasonings at Trader Joe's.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I do it. I know the everything bagel one, and I just lick my hand, put a little.
Is it really
and
good?
It is
Everything hand.
so
It's
fucking good. I saw an empty bottle on the sidewalk the other day, and I was like, if that weren't empty, I like would potentially still like.
like sniff it
So
to just
fucking
bottle glass.
good.
It's come to that.
It
Bagel
is
dust.
incredible. That's a game changer. Everything but the bagel.
Love it.
Really?
I'm just gonna say Trader Joe's. It really is the best thing ever. Outside of them not being located in any hood in any city, but outside of that, they are amazing.
Yeah.
Well, okay. I was asking the number count of people sharing space.
Oh, yeah.
Quarantining, because now
Yeah,
I know.
It's two.
So when I
Me
was
and
young, when I was younger,
Okay.
when I was younger, my dad was notorious for. He was one of them dads that would mark the juice bottle with a Sharpie. In
Oh,
other
like,
words,
don't drink my juice. Like, this is my shit. Don't touch it.
Oh shit! How many people with you?
Oh, we seen this
One.
on the video. Are you sure? Because
What?
You're
depending
eating
on
a
what
sandwich?
night. I'm sorry. Yes, it's chicken tartar. I was saying, before.
Wait, are we eating in protest of Bill not doing protest of
No,
boss Bill?
I'm eating because Alana eating. If the guest can
Yeah, thank you.
eat.
So Alana's giving us permission to snack.
Wait,
No,
Amir, I have a question. Would your dad write dad or his first name?
No, he would just mark the apple juice bottle where he last
Oh my
left it.
God.
Oh, wow. He was super
my
petty.
God.
He was super
Yeah.
petty. Oh,
Right.
wow.
And then
That's an
like,
assumed it's dad's. This is like the level checking on the kid.
no, we just
Damn.
had issues. We had
Wow.
issues about the juice level. Like in a black household,
Juice
the
level.
juice is like
Right.
that's that's currency.
Juice is
Like
a
I can
juice.
have all the water I want as long as I fill the water bottle back up, by the time it gets to the bottom. But
But juice, you
You
got to go
know.
to the stove for. Yeah, that's
Yeah.
you can't house juice. I don't think I was housing juice. And he would also house his Intamin pecan pie. The Intamin pecan cakes.
Yeah.
the long
So
john.
yeah,
or
he was petty with that. But I'm only asking because
So fucking good.
now that I'm sharing space and I'm like looking forward to like my snack, and then
Somebody done got you.
it's
Now you're like, I might be a little petty myself.
What was it,
So petty.
Amir? What was it? Please tell me. What was the snack, please?
no, I mean, it's just like it's community here. So
This is a
I'm
safe
trying to be.
space.
Wait, have you noticed? I'm like looking this direction.
Hey,
Yeah.
she right there.
Hey, you ain't locked in a cult, are you, Amir? I just watched Waco, dude, and I'm wondering.
In my head, there's 10 people to his left watching him right now. Just what the fuck are you talking about? What the fuck?
You know what? We're 8 deep. We're 8 deep,
Wow.
and no, but I'm into large space too. So, but I'm I'm in a
That's
guest
a lot of
house.
trust. That's a lot of trust.
Well, I mean, the thing is that one, like, we're the only people here, and so I can go outside, visit the apple orchard or whatever, and I'm in someone's guest house. So
The nigga said a
I mean, but wait, Laiya, why are you acting like networking isn't a part of life?
networking.
Go to the orchards this time of year, Amir.
Why are you
Eating,
like
like,
networking
chip
isn't part
crumbs.
of life?
Network. It is.
Like in your line of business, yes, you've been a professional. Don't act like you're just some intern off the street. Like you connect with people, and
Yeah,
you. So
Hang
when
out
shit
at
hits
their
the
orchard.
fan,
Oh,
I know
I
where to
got
run.
you. I got you. Oh yeah, you know what, Amir? That's networking on a different level, though. Like having infinite ability to stay at a state orchard. That is.
No, that's not.
That's
I know.
amazing.
No, it's not. You don't. I don't think you have to be in a privileged position
No, I
to
didn't say that.
get those favors.
I just said you're a really good person. No,
No,
I'm
I
not.
just-
He doesn't know when I'm being serious. I don't. You guys, don't let.
None of us do.
I'm serious.
Send me apples, Amir.
Yeah. I need a peck. Like
Are
a-
you making applesauce like Baby Boom? Do you remember
Yeah,
that?
there's,
Oh my
there's
God, I
enough
just watched
applesauce.
that shit. Yes.
There's
That was her
enough,
business she brought back to the big city.
Yes.
There's enough eggs and enough applesauce.
Do you feel like
The
I
chickens.
have,
I'm
I have
on,
a couple friends upstate. Do you feel like extra isolated in your quarantine? Or are you like, get me the fuck
dude,
away?
nah, I can't wait. Like this. All right, so I drove
Can't
up.
wait what? To come back?
I left my apartment like at 4 a.m, driving
Damn.
back. And
That's dramatic.
normally I would say the first time I came up to Westchester, like I was making fun of people because my whole joint was like, I can't go nowhere where there's not a 24-hour pharmacy nearby
Yeah.
or just something.
Corner
Yeah.
store.
And I would make fun of all our upstate property. No. I'm like, whatever. But no, when I drove here today, I was relieved to get here.
Yeah.
Like, I think I'm done with cramped living and just, I mean, the city is.
Yeah, I read an article. Someone wrote an article the other day. They were talking about how post-COVID, they think that New York is going to be a much younger city
Oh.
because older, cat like just what you're saying. Like they not going with that. Do that.
Everyone's
shit
leaving. Like in my apartment building right now, 70% of all the residents have left.
We're good.
We shall see.
Yeah, that remains in the air. And you know, with my join, my lease coming up, I might be joining them. Like I've already looked at like 4 cribs up here already.
Upstate or Amir, we'll be neighbors, and that's ridiculous. I love that.
Wait, you're up here now?
I live in Westchester too, but not. I mean, Westchester's a large.
Can you name your borough? Rep your borough. What part?
Floating on Hudson, which sounds like on Hudson, but it's not. It's on
Hudson.
I got my eyes on Brewster. Brewster's like that's the Williamsburg. I'm hearing that's the Williamsburg of Westchester.
Beacon. That's another place that I could see that. I think you like it there.
Alana, where are you?
Beacon.
I'm in Brooklyn, but I'm also like, I'm too old to do this. I learned. And I'm like 33. And I'm like, oh, 33.
Girl.
That's when Jesus returned, and that's when Alana left. I'm too fucking I'm comfortable here. My partner and I are here, and we're like, we've just been driving up to Bear Mountain every fucking weekend, and we're like, it's just like, I gotta get the fuck out of here. Like it just is. Part of me is like, it's like sweet here, and everybody's like, hey, hi. There's this like tenderness, this like New York City tenderness, but yeah, I think like I feel like 30 plus, 35 plus is just changing the way we thought we were gonna.
I need space. I need air.
Yo, if the
quietness. I
over
never
35-year-olds leave Brooklyn, that's gonna be like, whoa. Like that changes
It's
the
like,
scope of everything.
It's like sleepaway camp. I'm like, oh yeah, New York is like sleepaway camp, and I'm exhausted. It's like the end of the summer.
Alana, a lot of people don't know about sleepaway camp. I assume that you went to sleepaway camp.
I didn't. I was a little nerd who would like do, like day camp, and also I did this like, I did like teen tours one summer or two, but I was like, went home on the weekends to be close to my parents.
Where was
Sleepaway
home?
camp
What's
kids,
a teen
like,
tour?
It's like you go to like, we went to like Virginia Beach and like Maine. You take like, trips or whatever, but it's not like, I don't know. It's not like
bus trips, but like with
bus
certain
trips.
groups.
Exactly.
that.
Bus trips. Yeah. Yeah. So I did that. Sleepaway camp was like for kids who were ready to start like sexually experimenting. And I was like, I'm going to just fail at that for a while first. Like, sleepaway camp, people fuck.
And did y'all not see that horror movie from the late 80s?
No,
Yeah.
what?
I
I've seen
remember
this shit.
seeing it, but I don't think I ever saw it.
I don't want to
yet.
say I've seen it because I'll admit what my age was.
So sleepaway camp was a camp designed for teens that were beginning to be sexually active, or were they trying to keep y'all from?
Hold on a second.
No, but I'm like, that was the point.
Steve want to add in. Steve rarely interjects. Hit it, Steve.
I went to summer sleepaway camp for 9 summers. I didn't get paid once. So I don't know what the heck she's talking about.
Okay, I'm idealizing.
I know
I'm
that I've paid
idealizing.
for at least 10 people to do sleepaway camp. So
Wait, Bill said he got his though, right? You got yours?
Oh,
Bill?
no. I never got laid at sleepaway camp. I later went back and was a counselor at a sleepaway camp where everybody fucked all the time. And that is
No.
I was going to say, please don't finish that story.
Yo, did y'all see the preview for the new show on Bravo that's all about like adult like sleepaway camps? Have y'all seen this? This is like a thing.
No.
Oh my God,
What's
it looks
that?
so there are like these places out in the country where like white excuse me, I was gonna say
Yeah,
white
adult version.
Yeah.
Wait,
What-
Ilana, weren't you at the wedding with me when we did that? David Crosses and Amber Tamlin, weren't you there?
No, I was not.
Okay, they did it, what you're describing. Like, go ahead. I'm sorry for interjecting.
No, I don't. But they do. So it's just grown-ups doing like all of the kind of grown-up version of the kid games, and you
Yeah.
you stay there for like a week or so or whatever, and you just go buck wild. It looks so fun.
All right,
That's
so
cool.
when David and Amber got married, they did it like a sleepaway camp. Only problem was it was October, so it was freezing. It was freezing, but like that weekend you did 12-year-old shit like the potato sack race and the zip line thing and all that stuff, but for a weekend.
Cool white
And
people
then
shit.
I
I said cool white people shit, Bill. I misquote.
Potato sacks are cool white people shit.
No, like summer camps. Like as you see who's asking the questions about sleepaway camp, we don't really know because it's not something that we did. So
Yeah,
Yeah,
you
you're
toilet
talking
paper
about like
the other camp
existential
and all that stuff.
freedom camp, like the potato sack, existential freedom fun or whatever.
I said potato sack race as in I was trying to think of like something that's campy for a 12-year-old, but you know, I mean there were.
I don't know if there has to be like I went to a wedding that was like that. These two dudes who got married and it was like a sleepaway camp like that for like a long weekend. But I'm just like not an activities person. I'm like, let's just like smoke at the edge of the lake and like people can hook up and whatever. But like, why do I
I'm
have to
with
like hold on a rope? You know what I mean? Like and swing or whatever.
So we would smoke and then we roast like marshmallows a lot. Like
Yeah, that's my shit.
I'm shocked. I'm shocked that you're slackerish. I would have figured that you were like all for the adventure.
No, it's more like let's like talk about you know what I mean? It's like it's not like the physical, you know.
I'm with you.
Okay, so no zip line.
It's
I
this.
feel you.
It's this.
I don't know with my idea of Corona body around the corner. I'm down to like, dude, it's getting scary.
How far
now.
away? How far are you away from your Corona body? How many like
Talk about
pounds is it?
Dog, it's getting scary, dude.
Sorry.
This is day 40. This day 39. I think I've taken off like 21 pounds.
I love it. I love it.
Wow.
That's great.
But this
man.
time I'm not trying, which is scaring the shit out of me. So
It's probably a
like
combination.
the last
of
time I
stress.
did this, I was like day 46, day 47.
We were there.
Wow.
Remember?
We
You
were
know,
there.
like I'm wearing D nice gear now. Like normally I have to wear my like make my own clothes and all that stuff.
Is it more about food or exercise?
Food.
I think it's 80% food, 20% exercise. Right now, okay. So the greatest thing I've discovered, besides Trader Joe's, there's a woman who is starting a company. I've been begging for carbless bread for the longest.
Carbless bread.
Yeah, he's been talking about this. He said he
The
found
gods have heard my cry.
Yeah.
Matter of fact, hang on one second.
Is she there? She's there.
He's going to go get the bread.
She's making
Oh,
sourdough.
I want to. Yeah, is that a waist trainer?
Girl, I just got it in the mail yesterday. Might as well. Yeah, you're
Is that
home.
what it
I was
is?
like zooming in and out of a Kardashian. I was like, I want a fucking waist trainer.
It works. I've tried it before. Just know that.
Damn.
Do
like-
they really work though? I mean, do they really work?
4
Are they
hours a
safe?
day? I don't know what you're talking about safe, but they work.
They
Yeah.
safe.
Okay, do your ear match your ring, matches your artwork, matches your corset? What's that?
So this is
Yum.
carbless cornbread.
Ooh.
Wow.
So the
No.
woman that makes it. Hang on one second. Grace.
Oh, do we get a feature? Because I thought we only get it for story time. I'm so down for this.
No. Who makes these?
Lynn, the Lynn's treats.
Okay, off camera. Can you tell her how? No. You can say it. All right, hang on one
Hey,
second.
Grace.
What up, Grace?
Everyone say
What up?
hello to you.
Hello.
Do you mind saying hi to 4 billion people right now?
Just real quick.
You look good, man. You cool. We're hippies.
Your boyfriend looks like Max from Where the
Okay,
Wild.
she's saying hello. Can you explain
What
the
up?
genesis of?
Lynn has she has actual celiac, not like celiac. And
Right.
so she tried every kind of gluten-free bread and they were all making her actual sick, like hospital sick. So she took 2 years to figure out how to create a concoction and she makes a seed flour. So it's literally all seeds. It's not vegan because it has egg, but it is completely gluten-free. And
Wow.
it's good. Send you the information?
Yeah. What's the name
Yeah,
of it?
for sure. Perfect. Everything. She's got to order a thing. You can
What's
either
the
do
name
it baked
on
done
there?
or you could do the mixes and make them yourself.
What's her name?
Lynn. She just says
Name of the
Lynn's.
bag? Oh, no,
Okay.
that's not the bag, is it?
Or
I
Questlove.
love a mix.
So, like,
and
what-
bacon.
what's
Yeah,
the-
I'm
what
eating
was
all that
the-
information. So she makes bagels, she makes cornbread, she makes cookies. She makes this is her
You had me at bagels.
Ah. Ooh.
Lynn's life.
Oh my God.
Love.
Like she literally
Oreo
made this in her
pizza.
kitchen.
Damn,
Yeah,
Lynn's life.
next to Impossible Burger, this is like the greatest life-saving discovery ever. So
Oh yeah, it's easy. She got just lenslife.com. Okay, it's good.
Dope.
is there a website or
Yeah.
Oh, look at those fucking bagels. What?
I will give it to you right now.
Hey, Amir.
But yeah, she sends bagels, she makes muffins, she makes donuts, she makes I know we're trying
Say
to
bagels again.
Oh, and it's a good price point too.
Where is it?
It's
Okay,
just as
yeah,
expensive as a five.
Life. Oh, it's www.lins, LYNNS.life, LIFE.
Okay, there you have it, folks.
Oh
Next
shit! I
Thank
love
you,
that
Ray.
life. Wow.
Who needs calm?
Excellent.
Ray
Yeah,
has some
so I mean
great
that's a big part of it. So, to eat, because the thing is, like, I can consume anything as long as it's under 13 carbs, like 0 sugar. Now the thing is that yes, if you are eating a cheesesteak the night before and you eat this, then you're like, "Ugh," whatever. But my system, my sugar level is so low right now that this shit tastes like this is a second way from like grandma's cornbread.
Wow.
Like, you still have to know how to make good cornbread.
I'm so jealous of you. Sugar is the hardest addiction to like.
Yeah.
The hardest. It's,
Yeah.
It's
Like I'm
that shit is
fighting
like-
it every day.
Tell me
So-
about
I'm
it.
like
you guys.
I'm like indulging in bread. Like normally I'm like, you know, you're like out of the fucking house so much that I have like a system of how I like operate or whatever, like a crazy person carrying like a disgusting smoothie container for 12 hours after I step, you know what I mean? It's like, what the fuck kind of life?
Well,
Am I
so what's
living?
your daily ritual?
You bake your own bread.
Now,
What's a typical day? What time do you get up?
typical pre-COVID times or
No,
during COVID times?
now.
In
Now?
the time of the Rona.
In time of the Rona, I'm getting up at like 9 and I start work around 11 and I work from 11 to 7 or 8.
Let me just ask, when you open your eyes at 9, how long is it before you realize what you've woken up into? I.e. the temptation to not look at the news or the phone to see, like, is this the day
Groundhog
that we have
Day.
a cure? Is this the, you know?
I have been like totally avoiding the news almost completely. If I do listen, it's like Democracy Now. You know Democracy Now? I'll listen to that maybe once a week, once or twice a week.
Right.
But I'm just like, the New York Times is like, oh, Corona charts. We have another chart. It's like, they're just like loving this shit. You know what I mean? It's like, it's not like new information or whatever. I'm not watching Cuomo. I'm like, great. I'm so glad he's like being a human being or whatever, but I'm not, I can't even indulge in the change. So I try to do some sort of workout.
How do you prepare for this though as a writer? Like, how do you feel about this the industry?
Or yeah, your creativity. How do you?
I had too much fucking shit going on, and I'm like, how did I? At first, I was like so angry at myself. I was like, why did I think I could live 3 lives in one body? I was so harsh to myself, where I was like, you stupid bitch, you thought you could live 3. I was like so mean about it, and it's like, yeah, I don't know, that's what the world was. But now, and so I had like development stuff that I'm working on, like my own writing, and then you know, raising up young writers projects. I was doing stand-up, and I was doing like production services, this company that I'm building, Star Picks. And production services, it's like, who the fuck knows? Stand-up, I'm like, I'm not gathering people together till there's a vaccine. And now with writing, I'm like, yeah, bitch, focus and just be. And I got enough going on that I'm like, and I'm not like, I'm like a busybody, so it's like I think I just like stay busy, and then the creativity kind of comes as it comes. And I do take like at night, I'm like, no emails on weekends, no emails, just like get the fuck away. It's hard on like Sunday. I'm sometimes like, maybe I will catch up, but it's like, no, just stay away. That work is there all the fucking time. You know, it's like available there.
Let me ask.
I feel, yeah.
What are you? Because even now, like, I'll stay busy, but I still find myself like avoiding certain things that I should be doing. Like, what do you, creative wise, what do you keep putting off?
You mean like your screenplay type of thing?
Exactly.
You know, that I have this thing where it's like, I have this essay I want to write about how COVID is not the great equalizer. That I just can't write. People are like, oh, we're equal. It's like, no, COVID's exposing how poor people are poor and rich people are rich. It's not the equalizer. It's the like system revealer. I've just
Right.
been wanting to write this essay, and I'm like, I don't know myself as an essay writer yet. But scripts, I'm like really sort of, and like outlines and shit and pitches are like coming to me. But this essay writing vibe, I'm just like, I guess because I don't read essays and I like
Mhm.
barely read. So
Has there been any thought or temptation to resurrect half a project with abs via Zoom? Because the thing is that even when I watched the show, a lot of your extras were you two communicating via Skype or whatever the technology was in 2011, 2012. So
Right.
it's almost like Broad City was created for Zoom culture years before. Now we live by Zoom. Like I
Yeah.
wasn't doing this 4 weeks ago.
I'm a big FaceTimer. You know, I love to FaceTime, so I'm glad that I like was on that tip before it was forced upon me.
Right.
But like Abby and I actually have shit going. So I'm like,
Okay.
we're already doing the things. We're like, oh my God, thank you, Jesus, that we have had an animated pilot going.
Mhm.
So we're like working on that. And we have a couple scripted like live action stuff that we've been just like raising.
You don't, do you at least warn before? The thing that I don't like about where we live now is the amount of people that FaceTime you without warning you that they're FaceTiming you.
Oh my God.
Aggressive.
I'm not used to that
aggressive.
shit.
No,
they're
no,
treating
that's
like the
aggressive.
FaceTime like it's the new phone
Like it's a
call.
phone
It's
call.
not
Because
that.
we're all
It's not that.
dusty. We're all dusty. We're all
Dude.
dusty.
Yeah, I'm like, I don't even call someone. I always pre-text.
Yeah.
I need a
Always
text first.
pre-text. Yeah, even a phone call. I'm just like, phone call? But is it the 90s? Like, it's just too real. Everybody's like in their own world and like on the phone. I always pre-text before any. You can't. I mean, like that's aggressive. FaceTime, straight up FaceTime. And if I FaceTime someone and they don't pick up, I apologize and say I know that was aggressive.
Nah. So
Not
whoever,
post-Rona. Not post-Rona. You can FaceTime. Yo.
Okay,
There-
straight
there's
up
a six-
FaceTime.
there's a 646 area code person that like will FaceTime me 5 times in a row.
That's like,
And then I'll, when you
like
do
mom
the,
stuff.
you ever do the text thing where you just do the sort of the bunch
prompt,
of exclamation
the
points
one
with
that
the question
yeah.
mark, who this, like,
Yeah.
New phone.
and they
who
never identify themselves. Yo, I got an
So you
idea
don't
for
know
a
who
song.
it is?
I know who. All right, so there's an industry veteran.
646.
There's an industry veteran that I how
I
can
love it with
put
Oh
this
my God, I love
delicately?
that sigh.
Trivia. It's
I
like
love
trivia.
that sigh.
I'm gonna put this. No, he's an industry veteran.
Okay.
And I believe that his goal is to get a prominent singer, piano playing father
Ooh,
that was just recently on our show a song right now, and wants me to be the bridge that leads to it.
that's
Oh,
so,
Like
I know who
you the
that is.
plug.
I was
he's
scared to ask
but he's
you.
one of
I was
those like call 6 times, FaceTime me 6 times in a row type people.
I'm just like, it's not chill. Like I'm not leaning into this 5 times in a row FaceTime to help you bridge the success.
But he's like
of,
60.
you know what
He's
I mean?
like 68. He's 68.
Okay.
So you don't know.
Oh, this is
All right.
somebody else.
That's
Yo,
why-
Amir, you must be getting a lot of those because somebody else hit me up like, I got a song. You think that? Okay, never mind.
Yeah, it's happening a lot.
Yeah.
Do you guys
It's
find
happening.
like you're living in your truth more because shit is so blank, where it's like, like
Absolutely.
you're like, I'm not fucking answering this. Or if you do, you're like, I'm not doing your father musician. You know what I mean? Whatever the fuck the thing is.
I'll go further with now. I just have to bluntly tell them that like I'm not in that space. Like this whole
Love it.
tell me what you think. I'm working on this song.
oh,
Oh my
Or
God.
I'm doing this this COVID benefit thing. I want you to. They're trying to do like a Philly We Are the World thing.
yes.
It's like we're hauling notes freeway.
Bruh.
Cool.
No.
Wait, that you should do.
No, it's like it's the weirdest lineup. It's like it's like John Oates, Freeway.
John Oates.
I mean that alone.
Yeah, Kurt Vile. Huh?
We are the world. We are the children.
We are the cheesesteak.
Todd Rundgren, like it's a weird.
Cheesesteak.
One of the guys
That's
from
so funny.
Cinderella, like
Wow. Wow.
Wow.
They're Philly. They were Philly.
yeah, Cinderella's from Philly.
Wow.
You know, who wrote Time After Time? Steve,
Jules Shear.
both from the group, and we danced.
The Hooters.
Yeah, the Hooters, like, they're trying to.
my-
They're trying to organize this. We are the Philly,
All
like,
on the Philly Walk of Fame.
the Philly forever type thing. And I had to say no, man. I felt bad.
Well, I'm digging that part of it.
But
At least that like
I mean,
black and white
I'm
truth
doing
part of it.
enough fundraising. I'm just, I don't.
Are
know.
you watching a lot of like shows on IG and stuff, Ilana? Are you doing that whole thing?
On Instagram, not quite.
Or YouTube or Twitch or whatever?
I don't consume much normally, so I'm like just watching the fucking Sopranos for the first time. Like I never
Oh,
saw.
wow.
Yeah, and I'm like,
Speaking
can
of
you
which,
believe
Zoe
the
just says hello
violence?
to you.
Who does?
Zoe Kravitz.
Oh, hey Zoe.
She
To
said
me?
hello
The
to you.
Sopranos?
Yeah, and I'm
Zoe's
like,
a
this
Sopranos
is very...
head.
Yeah. Oh my god.
I've never
it's
watched Sopranos
sad.
either. I've never watched this whole show.
Jesus, Phonte.
Fonte.
What's
Phonte.
No.
with you?
Of all the people.
Wait, are you
It's
proud of
okay.
this hill you just landed
It's
on?
okay.
I'm not really proud
No,
of it. I
Ilana,
just
it's-
stand on it. It's like I don't care.
Alani,
Because we
it's
were
the
because we were
wasteland.
talking about it because we were talking about it on Twitter the other day, and I was telling people like, "Yo, Sopranos gets all the love, but it was really Oz that really did it in terms of
now Oz did do
breaking in terms of what I'm saying, what we now know is peak TV. Oz
Right.
was the game changer. You know what I'm saying?
It was a game.
So by the time Sopranos came around, I was like, I don't care about this shit. I just saw motherfuckers get killed in jail.
You know what? You ain't even watch Game of Thrones. You just not an HBO head. Did you stop?
No,
at
that's
Oz?
not true. I'm an HBO head. I've been watching the.
You don't watch
Atlanta
Game of
Child Murder
Thrones?
joint. I ain't watched that shit neither.
No.
Boardwalk Empire?
I don't watch that shit.
I did
haven't
watch.
seen
I did
Oz.
watch Boardwalk
Truth.
Empire. I did like Boardwalk Empire.
You watched the Atlanta documentary? Not the show.
Yeah, I'm watching that. That shit is rough. That shit is rough. It's
You
good.
watched The Wire too, right?
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
All
Come on, that's-
Okay, so
that's
only the
canon.
blacks. It gotta have black. Okay, I see what's going on here.
You gotta have Michael
No,
in it.
no, that's
Michael
not
has
true
to
because
be in it.
I watched 6 Feet Under. That was very white. And
Okay.
it was also
That was
fucking
good.
brilliant. I'm just not like fantasy or like like Game of Thrones. It was just white people with black people names. I just didn't care.
Khaleesi.
Yeah, Khaleesi, Daenerys.
It's like, you mean Khalees? Is that who you mean?
Nah, I wouldn't into that. And then Sopranos was just like I had seen every gangster movie, so Goodfellas, Casino. Like I just by the time they got to
Like
Sopranos,
Edie
like,
I'll
Falco
say
at
this
her
much.
finest.
I'll say this much, Fonte. Okay, the thing is that because Sopranos came so close to the edge of where the new technology comes in,
mhm.
part of my fear is that if I rewatch The Sopranos,
It won't be as good.
well, no, it's just that it was before the age of the developed cell phones, before the
Yeah.
age of like. There's an episode where like a new Starbucks opens across the street, and they're trying to figure out should they shake them down, only to realize that like, oh, that's not a mom and pop operation.
Yeah,
Like,
that's
we
a
can't-
multi-corporation.
right, and that they're the new dinosaurs. It's very Pele jacket.
No, and you know what? It's interesting you say that because the parts of The Wire are like that too. And I still think The Wire is like one of the greatest show. But technology, some of that stuff, it didn't really hold up. You know what I'm saying?
Well, yeah, because it could be fixed now. Like if you
Right.
could send a photo or if you could. But I still say that in my top 3, Sopranos is still number 2.
Is that HBO shows? Is that what you're doing?
I ride for The Wire, Sopranos, and Breaking Bad. That's my top.
Okay.
Oh, in life. Okay, that's deep.
Yeah, I know. I mean, that's fair. That's fair.
You
That's
gotta.
fair.
I mean, you gotta. You gotta at least watch why James Gandolfini was a monster.
Yeah.
But I'm just like, when the fuck do you in particular, Amir, watch it all night? I'm like, aren't you so fucking busy and like creating shit all the time. Like, when do people watch it? It blows my mind.
Well,
I think we got time now.
Don't you stop
Well,
and
yeah.
like
no, because I think I think people think like you have to stop and go to a television. Like this morning while I was making breakfast, I watched 3 episodes of Key and Peele. Like I'm trying to recap on that to see. If
But
it still
that's a
holds
show.
up.
I think that's a show. I think there needs to be a list on Netflix or streaming services, wherever, of shows that you can watch while doing other shit. Right. You know what I mean? That needs to be a subgenre of like shows you can tweet through. Because there's certain shows you can watch.
You got to pay attention to.
And then there's some shit you really got to watch. Right.
Yo, you are right about that. So I use Key and Peele. As my occasional background joint, but can look and still not miss a thing.
You're not missing shit.
Like Family
It's like
Guy.
a Tyler Perry movie. Like you can walk into a Tyler Perry movie 30 minutes in and you know exactly what's happening.
The score. You got the
You
score.
know what it is.
You read the script
wait.
already.
Speaking of which, yo, man, I got caught in the web, man. I got caught.
Black
in
as
the
fuck.
trap.
Black as
No,
Oh.
dog. I watched one. All right, so you remember when they were coming at Tyler for
Was
being
that his BET Plus show? His
show Sisters?
Oh God.
Yeah.
All right, so look, no. Here's the thing.
I'm gonna look
It was
up.
curious. No, this is literally curiosity killed the quest.
Here we go.
Because I Tarantino'd it and came in at backwards when all black Twitter tried to cancel Tyler for not hiring a staff and he wrote everything himself. Then I was like, all right, let me see one episode. And then next thing I knew, like I watched 9 episodes. It's almost like the Kardashians, like one of them shows where you'll never publicly say you watched it on, but just one episode came on and the other episode came on, and I knew it was bad because when like Gracie walked in the room, then it changed. It was like Electric Blue status on Playboy when you like 12 years old, like
gotta go to last. Gotta last. Oh no, baby, I was watching History Channel. I wasn't watching that Tyler.
The weather.
So wait, so Tyler Perry wrote it all himself?
Yes, girl.
Yeah,
it's
and you
called
could tell.
Sisters. It's about a group of
Listen.
women, honey. It's about a group of women, Ilana.
Damn.
You
And they're
know.
like
Tyler-
Kardashian level.
Tyler
Ay,
knows.
ay.
P.S. I just wanted to add a show to your background show thing. Little Dicky show, Dave.
I heard
Yo,
that's
I've been
funny.
hearing
That
about it,
is
but I
funny.
just can't. I'm like,
It-
is it
it's
good?
funny.
Is it good?
It is funny. Yes.
Because I just
That
thought it
the
was
last
White
thing we
Atlanta.
were watching at Fallon before, like Tariq
White
was
Atlanta.
like, we all got to watch this, and we saw an episode, and it's actually funny.
Oh, dope.
I
Little
may
Dicky
give it a
from
shot.
Philly, so I
I'll
ride
give it
for
a
him.
shot.
But seriously,
You know,
Yeah,
I really haven't watched a lot of TV or been a consumer really for like, I don't know, just not my whatever. You know what I used to watch when cable was still a thing? Fucking QVC and HSN. That's what I'd email and tweet through. The most, like the
Wow.
deepest character studies, the saddest, like just like such high functioning addiction issues. Like, and the background, the way like background information slips in is fucking a genius character study.
Alana, do you ever
I'm
get
trash. I'm from Long Island. I'm trash.
so am I. I've got not watching TV and making TV because I get that
Well-
people what I'm listening to and I'm like nothing.
Yeah, I don't know. I think like everything was like building up to Broad City, and then I'm like, well, I've seen Broad City. Have you seen Broad City? And you know, it's like I don't know. And now I'm like, okay, I take stock of the industry a little bit, and also like we're all on our fucking asses all the time, so it's like it's time. But yeah,
that
I don't know.
baffles me.
It's nuts.
Every creative I know, they never like they create, but they never like indulge into the drug that they're serving.
And it's like I did when I was a kid. You know, like I used to watch like a lot of TV as a kid. But then once I was like off, I was like, okay, time to like output.
I just thought there's some Brooklyn shit.
Yeah.
Like, do you, Bill? Well, not that you would watch Sesame Street, and you often make fun of me for watching Sesame Street.
I
Dude,
don't.
Sesame Street rules.
Alana was on Sesame Street. She is on Sesame Street. Alana,
I have Noodle. Do you have a kid?
I have 2, but I'm the music director of Sesame Street.
He's the Joe
Oh,
Raposo
dope.
of Sesame Street.
So you were on.
I,
It was great.
He's the reason why you're on Sesame Street.
oh, sick. It is my joy
It's great.
playing Ms. Noodle.
This Noodle, new and improved, 2.0 for real.
Oh, I love it.
I don't.
It's so weird to have a like 3-year-old audience.
Yeah.
It's fucking
And a
cool.
50-year-old.
Yeah.
and a 50-year-old audience. It spans. It's nuts. That's cool.
Is Noodle
Yeah.
the newer character? Is that? I'm sorry, y'all know I don't have no kids.
There's like Mr. Noodle, and he's like a clown, and then he
Okay.
has like brothers and sisters because he's doing other stuff.
I thought it was
He's,
literally
like,
a
getting another
talking
gig.
noodle.
No, it's Bill Irwin.
Yeah, it's a clown. Yeah.
Oh, okay, cool.
And then like people like Sarah Jones was Ms. Noodle for a while, his sister. David Diggs was Mr. Noodle, his brother.
For a minute. Yeah.
Kristen Chenoweth, yeah.
And now, Ilana.
All right, so
Amir
let
needs
me
a
be gentrification noodle. Can I?
Yeah. Brooklyn Noodle. I have like
Could
a
I?
semi mom and pop coffee shop, whatever. My blue bottle iced coffee. So you watch Sesame Street?
No, I remember it well. I don't actively watch it now. Nice save, Thompson. Nice save.
Wow.
The old ones are fucking sick, like legit ass television.
Yeah.
You know, the 70s and 80s ones. I like watch those clips sometimes.
You know what I just learned, Bill? I don't know if I told you this. So the movie I'm working on, about the Harlem Cultural Festival,
Mhm.
the last day, the last week of that concert, the Harlem Culture Festival is essentially, and I'm not calling it Black Woodstock.
But you just did.
I mean, people often describe it as Black Woodstock because it happened at the same time that Woodstock happened, but just for Black people. But what I discovered was the reason why the very last week of the cultural festival wasn't taped was because the Cameron crew had to set up and work for a news show shot in Brooklyn called Sesame Street.
Oh, that's wild.
And
Oh,
on the
it was all
pilot
desperate.
episode was Luther Vandross and Phonte Thornton.
Wow.
Oh
Sesame Street?
wow!
So if you Google
That's so
the name of their
sick.
band was called Listen My Brother. So it's like one member of Chic, Luther, Phonte Thornton, and they're doing this thing like count to 20. If you look up, the name of their group was called Listen My Brother.
Mm.
And
And they're on
it's
the
the
pilot.
it's the
of
pilot
Sesame Street.
episode.
That's fucking sick.
It's the pilot
cool.
episode. But yeah, they performed at the Cultural Festival, and that's the one thing I'm mad that I have no Luther Vandross at 19
Wow.
footage.
That's a member of Chic before
Oh, it
Chic.
just popped up.
And that's when Niall was playing in the Sesame Band. So
Right,
that's
exactly.
Chic.
Wow!
Yeah, now I don't think Niall's in that first clip, but he joined in 71.
And
Like,
here,
that's
is it
how that whole
scripted
New
or-
York crew of like Lisa
Oh, he was
Fisher.
probably on Sesame.
How
Yeah.
young he is. Oh my God.
Aw.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's him at 19.
Wow.
This was funky.
He was at 19. He
Look at
looked like he
those
just worked a
colors, too.
full shift at a. Like they just don't make black people like that no more.
They
bro.
just don't. He's still flicking his hip. He said
They don't make us like that no more, dude. Like you look at pictures of Otis Redding, like it was like when I watched it was like, and Otis Redding died at 26. I was like, this nigga was 26.
Wow.
He looked like he was like 40 something.
Yeah, I can't make Otis
Full
Redding
on,
in his
full
20s at all.
grown.
27.
Right.
Yeah. Yeah, I can't.
Complete ass person.
Anyway, I gotta wrap up because I have another job to do. But
What you doing? What you about
We
to
have chicken eggs.
I have people to play music for.
Oh.
Like
Delish.
yeah.
What's the thing you're going into for the weekend? What are you doing Saturday? You know what you're doing Saturday or tomorrow already?
You know, I'm one of those people. You're being facetious right now, aren't you?
No, I'm not, I'm doing that because I'm acting like, you know. what are
I'm
you doing
really bad
Saturday
at
'cause
this.
it's Friday.
I know I'm doing Oprah's thing. So Oprah's doing
Tyler Perry and Oprah in the same fucking episode. Yeah. Real.
Oprah's doing this like 24 hours fundraising. I guess she's like, you know, Jerry Lewis, like raising money for 24 hours. So I believe that I'm DJing on Oprah's virtual fundraiser thing for it's an odd amount of time. Like I'm DJing for 27 minutes.
Oh,
Wow.
Who's the person
Bizarre.
that counts the seconds? Like 26 minutes and 50
But
seconds.
I have to ask a question though. I mean, with the whole celebrity fundraising thing, I mean,
Ooh,
you have
talk
to
about
admit, is it a little kind of a paradox because it's like, okay, you're a rich celebrity, and I'm not saying you in particular, Amir. I'm just saying just in
Oh,
general.
I'm definitely not
But, like,
rich. I'm just connected.
Yeah, no, absolutely. But it's like, okay, if you're a rich celebrity and you're asking people to donate to the crisis, nigga, we are the crisis. You know what I'm saying? Like, so you're asking us to donate to the crisis, so then y'all can give that money back to us.
I was
In
just
the cri-
asked for like an Peacock
in
is
it for-
NBC's digital thing, and I was like, NBC is asking for human
Right.
beings, but the thing is, they're matching. So I was like, okay, that makes sense.
Okay,
At
okay, a
least.
match.
And
I don't know
I
about
can-
Oprah,
And it's
but I
levels,
agree,
Phonte.
100%.
But it's levels because that stuff ain't for you though. Because you ain't
No,
what
no,
they're
I'm
supposed to go to.
speaking-
Like it's for the food banks and stuff. I hope that you ain't going to the food banks and getting you some food because
Questlove Supreme doesn't pay me, so I have to do what I got.
Don't kick around, homie.
But I hear that. I fucking hear that shit.
Yeah, I'm just
Shout out
like
to
sometimes
D-Nice
like,
who
just
got
write a
different
check.
cause.
It's like do a billionaires fundraiser. You know what I mean? Like New York, like can the we have like like so many billionaires. Can they help? At least make voting by mail happen?
I was about to say I need them to work
Can
on
they
it.
buy
Ilana.
stamps?
See if that
Can they
happens.
buy
Let's see
stamps
what's up
and
with
envelopes for New
Wisconsin
York?
with that. Yeah, voting by mail in Wisconsin. That's going to be very,
What you saying, Steve? What you doing?
very interesting. Oh, what were you saying, Steve? Are you about to go out and
I
applaud?
was
Isn't
just
it 7
gonna-
o'clock?
12
It's
minutes.
at 10. It's about
No,
10
no,
minutes
no.
to 7.
I was just gonna, as a billionaire, I was just gonna say, cool, we're in. You know, like
Thank you. Thank you
good.
so much. That's sweet.
All right. Let's wrap this up. So we appreciate you. Thank you, Ilana. I hope you don't go crazy in your digs right now.
Thanks
Hope
for
you
having
stay
me.
creative.
How much fun.
Thank you.
That was really helpful for my heart. Thanks for having me.
Awesome. All right.
That's
On
so
behalf
dope.
of Phonte Coleman, Laiya,
Nice meeting you.
Unpaid Bill, Sugar Steve, and my hat,
You gotta tell us where to get these hats. I'm tired of you.
D and Ricky, the same dude that make my hearts. Oh,
Sorry.
I'm sorry. At D and Ricky, DEE. Why are you smirking? Like,
Because I don't know. RICKY. Okay. All right.
do you not know D and Ricky, the twins that make my Lego hearts?
No, I don't know them, and so do other people who are watching this. No, they your
Okay.
friends.
Yes, D and Ricky. I'm
Okay.
supporting two designers.
Okay.
Yeah, at D and Ricky or at Ricky and D. At DEEAND RICKY.
MOUSE.
Mondays light switches.
Anywho,
Taste
All right,
this
I'll
choice,
see you.
motherfuckers.com.
Taste of choice.
Do you miss Starbucks, Steve? By the way,
Nah,
You know,
man.
they open. They
You gotta adjust and evolve.
when's the last time you've been to Starbucks?
Since before the crisis.
Do you feel better?
Yeah.
Like your hair is growing.
Those
I
lines
feel
are
good.
crazy.
I haven't been eating meat, but that's like unintentional. Like I just ended up eating non-meat things, and all that meat processing plant
That's great.
stuff is making me not interested right now. So
Damn.
Yo, man, before we go, quick question, Ilana. So you said that you have a partner. How is quarantine affecting your marriage or relationship?
My marriage, my husband. It's actually okay. At first, I was like,
Wait, me and Laiya had the same
out
face. Like,
of my mind. I was seriously like, everything was just like shattered or whatever. But but then
I want you to describe everything. 'Cause you describe everything with the flair of a Broadway actress.
I was like just losing my mind altogether. And I was like, we gotta go. We gotta get out of the house. We gotta go to Long Island. I gotta get out. You know, I was just like so antsy in general. But and like I was having personally like a lot of ups and downs. But he, I mean, it's like really cheesy shit. But he's really been like helping me just like be in myself. Just like, you know, we had like arguments and like worked through the shit. But we're in a place where we got like a rhythm going.
Yeah, I've
it's
learned
good.
about mirroring.
It's good.
Mirroring.
Mm-mm. You gotta come on.
Where when
Showing
you,
the exact same.
yes,
Go ahead,
when you
Wonderful.
are having a debate or a disagreement, or an argument, whatever. It's more important that the person that you're having with it feels that they are heard as opposed to you being right.
Yep. Or solving it.
So I would have to repeat the words you say. Okay, I understand how you feel. You told me that this particular bread was made of seeds and da 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 da. And the thing is, if you're busy, I was giving a hypothetical. The thing is that if you're repeating and mirroring exactly what your partner says, you're not busy channeling them out to figure out what your rebuttal is.
Okay, let me say this is my one of my best friend is a psychiatrist. He was just telling me about using this tactic with his partner, and it's from this book, Getting the Love You Want, and it's that book, like that tactic is based on nonviolent communication, another book. And haven't read them, got them, but haven't read them. But
your shelf looks great, right?
Yes. Oh, I look like a fucking genius. But like, I think with this quarantine, it's like you gotta sit, like what Quest is describing. It's like because you're like stuck, you gotta like sit in it and like actually walk through it. But that actually hearing them before you're like, but my defense, like it's like there's more time than ever. So I feel like it's a good time if you're like have some tools, I guess. I go to a lot of therapy.
No, that was great, y'all. That was
I
great.
think we all do.
What were you saying, Steve?
I got my New York Noises show. I got to duck out.
My mom.
He ain't
I'll
on
leave you.
here.
I'll
Ain't
leave
getting
you.
none. So
With fake Steve.
Yeah, fake Steve.
No,
Anyway, y'all, on behalf of Sugar
Thanks
Steve,
for having me.
Unpaid Bill, Laiya, and Phonte Coleman, and Ilana Glazer, thank you. I appreciate it.
Thank you
We'll
for
see
coming
next
through,
week.
Alana.
QLS Live.
Hi, thanks for having me. Great meeting you guys.
Peace.
See you in person
Thank
one
you.
day. Bye.